present-day Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system, and named after the Roman god of war. Although scientists have found some evidence of flowing liquid water during the summer months on Mars, and layers of ice just under the red soil. Mars is a sterile world. Where the atmosphere is only 1% the density of Earth's, Mars has only half Earth's diameter, 11% its mass and 38% its gravity, making it easy for upper layers of the original atmosphere to have boiled away into the vacuum of space and been blasted out by meteor strikes. However, Mars was not always like this. Massive ancient oceans once covered nearly half the northern hemisphere. The huge body of water spread over a fifth of the planet's surface, as great a portion as the Atlantic covers the Earth, and was a mile deep in places. In total, the ocean held 20 million cubic kilometres of water, or more than is found in the Arctic Ocean today. So what would Mars actually be like if we could travel back in time 4 billion years and go for a walk on our neighbourly Earth-like planet? Let's now take a trip back in time and explore the not-so-red planet. Welcome to Mars 4 billion years in the past. As you can see, Mars has a thick atmosphere and Earth-like oceans on its surface. The planet also has weather similar to our own Earth, clouds, rain and probably snow on its mountainous peaks. It's also possible that these newly formed oceans harboured primitive forms of life, as Mars would have still had a magnetic field protecting the atmosphere from the sun's radiation. So Mars could have had just the right conditions for life to exist before any other planet in the solar system. So let's now take a trip down to the planet's surface and explore this very familiar world. As you can see, this is a very familiar place with an ocean and lakes, and the only thing that is missing is the green vegetation such as trees, shrubs and plants that we see here on Earth. "4 billion years from now, in the year 2003, NASA will send 2 rovers to the red planet. The rovers are named Spirit and Opportunity, and together they are part of the Mars Exploration Rover mission. Spirit and Opportunity will be made as twins. They both carry all the same scientific instruments, and each will be about the size of a golf cart. Both rovers exceeded their planned 90-day mission lifetimes by many years. Spirit lasted 20 times longer than its original design, until its final communication to Earth on March the 22nd, 2010. Opportunity continues to operate more than a decade after launch. Both rovers discovered overwhelming evidence that Mars once had liquid water on its surface. However, the holy grail of the mission to find evidence of life or past life has yet to be discovered. The gravity on Mars is 62.5% less than you're used to on Earth. So if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh only 38 pounds on Mars. Walking on Mars would seem very strange at first, and you would probably find it difficult to walk without falling over or losing your balance. During the early Apollo missions, astronauts found it very difficult to move and walk without falling over. During the Apollo 17 mission, Eugene Cernan can be seen bunny hopping down a slope as he discovered that this method was the fastest way to get about in the low gravity on the moon. In the movie John Carter of Mars, on first arriving on Mars, Carter finds it difficult to walk and falls flat on his face several times before discovering that skipping and jumping enables him to cover much more ground without falling. So as you can see, our simulated Mars has the same amount of gravity, so just like on the real planet, jumping seems to be the best method of getting about. At this point in Mars's history, due to the thick atmosphere and warmer climate, you probably wouldn't need a spacesuit or pressure suit, maybe just some warm clothes, a sturdy pair of walking boots, and of course an oxygen supply, as the planet would not have had any plant life to create an oxygen-rich atmosphere, but it would still have felt quite pleasant, especially with the low gravity. So, if you are a fan of mountaineering and fell walking, this will be an amazing time and place to explore the mountainous terrain. You would almost feel like you had superhuman strength and agility as you jumped over canyons and boulders, just like a real superhero. If you're wondering what the soundtrack is in this video, it's Gustav Holst and the Planets, Mars the Bringer of War. John Williams has stated in the past that he took inspiration from this piece when creating the theme to Star Wars. So let's hope we don't bump into any time-travelling stormtroopers on our exploration. 4 billion years ago, Mars definitely had the right conditions for life to exist. Although it probably wouldn't be little green aliens, but more likely some form of ancient bacteria. So just maybe, these oceans and lakes could be full of bacterial life that never got the chance to evolve due to extreme climate change. Some scientists have suggested that as a result of Mars's size, its molten iron core cooled, shutting down its magnetic field and leaving its atmosphere open to the solar winds and radiation. That over millennia stripped Mars of its atmosphere and water. But maybe, before this happened, a theory called panspermia suggests that life can survive on rocks and material blasted out into space by meteor impacts. This life could then hitch a ride until the rocks land on another watery planet just like Earth. So who knows? You could now be looking at the very oceans where we all come from. This means we are all Martians, and 4 billion years ago, Mars really did invade Earth. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope it's been educational. It would be great to see some comments on the whole subject of a wet Mars, whether it be Mars in the past or a future terraformed Mars. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. So sit back and enjoy the rest of our stroll on an ocean Mars, and get ready for time travel back to the surface of today's red planet. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more 360 content.